Hello again. We often spend so much time fretting about asylum seekers entering the country illegally using inflatable boats that we overlook the vastly greater numbers of immigrants who come to Britain quite legally and are welcomed through Heathrow and Gatwick airports as they come to fill job vacancies which in most cases could just as easily be taken by British people. In 2022, 488,400 permanent immigrants came to this country, which is a little under half a million. That was at the time a record, and many people hoped that it marked the peak of unrestricted immigration to Britain. Perhaps viewers will remember when the pledge was that the immigration would be reduced to tens of thousands. We learned today that last year, 2023, 746,900 people came from abroad to live permanently in this country. That is just under three-quarters of a million and represents therefore an increase of 50% on the numbers for the previous year. Just consider for a moment this number. It is roughly 10 times the population of the English city of Lincoln. We're not building anything like that many new homes, which means that this enormous influx cannot help but put pressure on existing housing stock by taking up much of the rented accommodation. It's literally impossible to keep up with this level of new people who will all require national health services, water, transport, and everything else. It's difficult to see how bringing in three-quarters of a million people a year in this way from Africa and Asia could not create problems for those already living here. We have seen immigration increase by 50% in a year, but for other countries the situation is nothing at all like that. In France, for instance, immigration has only risen by 1%, and in Italy, which has adopted a tough line, it has actually fallen by 11%. This shows that it's possible to get a grip on immigration if you are prepared to be tough. Unless something is done, immigration this year could easily top a million. It is important that we are not sidetracked into being preoccupied with asylum seekers when it is legal immigration which makes up the great bulk of what we are seeing. The 30 or 40,000 people who crossed the Channel are nothing at all compared with those we simply wave through at our big airports. In the description to this video I give a link to a news item about this matter.